You don't need more time. You just need to stop lying to yourself about where it's going. Because right now, your days are not busy. They are leaking, dripping away in silence while you pretend you're just tired. And the scariest part? You already know this is true, but you keep scrolling anyway. You wake up late. You check your phone before your feet hit the ground. You tell yourself, I'll start later. Later turns into tomorrow. Tomorrow turns into next week. And somehow, another month disappears. You call it stress. You call it pressure. You call it life being too much right now. But let's be honest. You are not overwhelmed. You are under-disciplined. You are not running out of time. You are wasting the time you already have in tiny, invisible pieces that feel harmless, until you look back and realize nothing changed. And deep down, you already know. Nobody stole your time. You gave it away.
Curious. So tell me, what excuse are you protecting right now? Here's the truth your brain keeps avoiding. Human beings don't lose time because life is hard. They lose time because distraction feels easier than direction. Psychologists call it avoidance behavior. When something feels uncomfortable, your brain immediately finds something easier to do instead. Not better, just easier. That's why you don't lack time. You escape discomfort. And every escape feels small in the moment, but massive in the long term. Your future is not being destroyed in one big moment. It is being quietly traded away in thousands of small decisions you don't think matter. But they do. And the gap between who you are and who you could be. It is not talent. It is not luck. It is those tiny decisions, repeated daily, for years. You tell yourself you're in control. But look at your first hour of the day. You open your eyes, and your phone already owns you. Notifications, messages, random noise. You haven't even started your life, and you're already reacting to someone else's. That is not freedom. That is conditioning. One action. Tomorrow morning, don't touch your phone for the first 30 minutes. No excuses. No exceptions. Just sit with your own mind. So the question is, can you survive yourself without distraction? You stay busy, you plan, you think, you organize, you research. But your life is still the same, because motion feels like progress, without the risk of failure. YouTube videos watched, notes taken, plans rewritten, but nothing executed. You are not building a life. You are simulating one. One action. Pick one task you've been avoiding and finish 20 minutes of it today. Not perfectly, just started and finished in one sitting. So the question is, are you building or just pretending? You think struggle is the enemy. It's not. Comfort is. Because comfort never screams. It whispers. It says, later. It says, tomorrow. It says, you deserve a break. And slowly, it lowers your standards without you noticing. Comfort does not kill you quickly. It convinces you to stay exactly where you are until you stop caring. One action. Do one uncomfortable thing today that improves your life. Not dramatic, just uncomfortable. A difficult conversation, a hard task, a delayed habit. So the question is, what are you protecting? Your comfort or your future? You keep trusting a version of you that never shows up. Tomorrow I'll fix it. Tomorrow I'll start. Tomorrow I'll change. But tomorrow you is built from today you. And today you is not changing anything. Stop handing responsibility to a person who doesn't exist. One action. Do something right now that you promised future you would handle. Not later. Now. So the question is, how many more fake tomorrows are you going to believe in? Listen. This is not easy to hear. Because it forces you to look at your habits without excuses. It forces you to see where your time is actually going. And that is uncomfortable. And yes, change feels heavy at first. It feels like resistance. But that is exactly why most people stay stuck. Because they confuse discomfort with danger. When in reality, discomfort is often the price of freedom. Now we go deeper. Nobody sees the moment you choose to work instead of scroll. Nobody claps when you wake up early. Nobody praises consistency when it's boring. That's why most people quit, because they need validation. But discipline is not loud, it is invisible. The version of you that wins is built in moments nobody will ever witness. One action. Do 45 minutes of focused work today with no music, no phone, no interruptions, just silence and execution. So the question is, can you build something without applause? Look at your habits, not your dreams. Your habits. They are not lying. They are showing exactly what you value. If you say you want success but live in distraction, your actions are telling the truth. If you say you want discipline but avoid discomfort, your actions are telling the truth. Your life is not a mystery. It is a receipt. One action. Audit your last 24 hours. Brutally honest. No excuses. Then remove one habit that is stealing your time daily. So the question is, are you willing to admit what your life is already saying? Stop thinking like someone trying to fix habits. That mindset is too small. You are not trying to become slightly better. You are deciding who you are. Because right now, there are two versions of you fighting for control. One is comfortable, reactive, distracted, always starting tomorrow. The other is focused, quiet, uncomfortable, but dangerous in the best way possible. And every decision you make is feeding one of them. Picture the future version of you who did not waste time, who stayed consistent, who chose discipline when nobody was watching. That version is not special. It is just repeated action, stacked over time. And here's the truth that hits hardest. You are not becoming that person by thinking about it. You are becoming it by what you do when nobody is forcing you. Today is simple. No drama, no motivation needed. Pick one task you have been delaying and finish it. Completely. Not halfway, not good enough. Finished. Then tomorrow, do it again. Not because you feel ready, but because you are done negotiating with your own life. You don't need more time. You need more honesty about how you're currently using it. And if that stings, good. That means it matters. Because the moment you stop wasting time is not loud. It is quiet. It is a decision. A single line you draw where excuses end. You are not running out of time. You are running out of moments you actually use. Next time, we go deeper into why discipline feels impossible and how to make it automatic instead of emotional.